So the most unnecessary sequel of all time is coming. What's going on, guys? I'm Chris and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going on a little bit of a rant about why I think Joker 2 is one of the most unnecessary movies to ever happen. It's honestly kind of infuriating, but before I get into my thoughts on this, make sure to hit that like button, comment your thoughts on Joker 2 coming out down below, and make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos like this one. So the first Joker movie came out in 2019. It got nominated for Best Picture. It did $1 billion at the box office and it took everyone by storm. Joaquin Phoenix won Best Actor at the Oscars for playing the character Arthur Fleck / Joker, and the movie was just an unexpected, massive hit. The reviews were a little bit hit or miss, though. It was a pretty divisive movie, so I'm just genuinely surprised that this movie is getting a sequel, especially coming off the fact that it stars Joaquin Phoenix in the lead role, an actor who really doesn't like to revisit roles and has never done a sequel in his career, I'm pretty sure. Like, he's a guy who loves to explore new outlets of creativity, and he's just one of those actors who doesn't seem like the kind of person to come back for a sequel, so I am astounded that we are actually getting a Joker 2, and it's supposed to start production in 2023, which would pretty much put it like coming out in 2024 or 2025, which is really far after the original. Most times I feel like these big productions like to have their sequels come out 3 to 4 years after movie. 5 to 6 is fine, but it's just a little bit far off, so that where a lot of people kind of lose interest, I feel like, and we're gonna see how that plays out with Avatar later this year. But throwing all that aside, there's literally no story left to tell with Arthur Fleck or Joker, whatever you want to call him. Like, the movie ended perfectly. It was a perfect story from beginning to end, and there's no need to revisit this character. Unless they are planning to maybe tie it into Robert Pattinson's Batman trilogy, and say, for example, we get a new Joker in the Robert Pattinson Batman trilogy and we see him younger, and this somehow, in some way or some universe, is an older version of him, but that wouldn't even make sense because we see a young Bruce Wayne in like the 80s in this, so I just don't know what the deal is, all right? It makes zero sense to me. Yes, it made $1 billion, because I understand money is at the forefront of like every decision behind a company, so I can't fault Warner Brothers for wanting to try and make another $1 billion film, but at the same time, what story is there left to tell? I feel like they're going to be milking it at this point. I don't think it's going to have as much artistic merit. I can't see Joaquin giving as good of a performance. I mean, I just don't know. This movie's a very big question mark for me. I don't know if it will actually end up happening. I bet that it doesn't. I just think Joaquin is going to be really hard to get to fully commit to it and sign back on, especially considering he doesn't want to do sequels for most of his career. But I just don't understand the decision making aside from money. I mean, now that he's fully Joker, is this going to be like Joaquin coming back and we see another origin story? Like, I don't know what the deal is. It would be like if you made a sequel to Inception or a sequel to Interstellar. Like, those are movies that have a final ending point that do not need to be revisited, and it just baffles me that this is actually happening, and I don't think anyone really asked for this movie. I didn't see people clamoring for a Joker sequel or a Joker 2 movie to come out, so the fact that Todd Phillips, the director and writer of that first film, wants to come back and do another one, and Joaquin is interested, is the only glimmer of hope I have for this movie, because there are people who aren't going to want to do this for money. They clearly think there's something to tell there, and you know, maybe I'm wrong. I hope I am. I hope this movie is a hit. I hope it tops the first one, but honestly, is that actually going to happen? I can't envision a world where it does happen. I really hope this movie lands. I hope that it's a hit if it does come out. I don't know if it will, like I said, but can it top the first? The world may never know. I guess we're going to find out when it does come out. But in all honesty, I would have rather seen Warner Brothers and DC make another villain origin story instead of a Joker 2. They could do a Penguin solo movie. They could do a Riddler movie. There are so many cool DC villains that they could just make a one-off movie with that, you know, could have been Oscar caliber films, but instead we're going to get a Joker 2. It just doesn't sit right with me. And on top of that, there's heavy speculation we're getting a new Joker, like I mentioned earlier, in the Robert Pattinson trilogy. So why bring in another Joker movie just to further confuse people? The masses of people and like the non-common movie-going society of people already gets a little confused with the Spider-Man and with the multiple Batmen coming around. Like, the Flash is already going to throw a big monkey wrench in that with Keaton and Batfleck and now Pattinson. So you're going to have a new Joker introduced, as well as Leto, who showed up in the Snyder Cut in the Suicide Squad in 2016. And then you've got Joaquin and possibly a new Pattinson Joker. It's just getting too confusing for its own good at this point. I think they need to lay the Joker to rest, at least for a while, or have this new iteration come in the Pattinson trilogy, because Joker fatigue, I think, is a real thing, and we all might be feeling that very soon. But guys, that's going to do it for my quick little rant or thoughts video on Joker 2 happening. I'm not happy, to say the least. Let me know if you guys are excited for this movie in the comments down below, and what do you think of that original Joker film? Is it one of your favorites of 2019? Where did you land with the critical reviews of that film? Definitely let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos like this one, movie reviews, Marvel content, all that good stuff. Have a great rest of your day, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.